college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Razorbacks ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the Auburn Tigers offense has the ball first today. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed. But what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll ride the hot hand. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff.
There he goes! They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the right. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
So Arkansas's offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experiences, those scars, they matter. They trust in him and everybody on this offense.
Turning it on! They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, one of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those.
Reels it in down the left side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
Jackson will throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Lost to throw again. Got his man in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Auburn offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball down the field.
Lets it fly. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Jackson going to throw it. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The running back has it. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Gets open down the middle. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. Absolutely center cut. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Using his legs, it's Riley. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down?
32-yard line. Fourth down coming up.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got the back over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Plows through the defense. Touchdown, Arkansas! Great job by the back on the option.
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Find some fresh air. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The run from the shotgun. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th-down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes the handoff. It's Riley. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Auburn! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They'll go back to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Working that left side now. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. Look out, he's got room. Picks up the first down. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. And the Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Breaks the tackle. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Riley. Oh, what a cut! Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Intentional grounding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. On the ground, it's Riley. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jackson will throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Trying to impose their will with the run. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. A shot toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hawks send that offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Auburn offense. They go to the ground. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Riley. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Here's the heat. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Rifles it down the middle. He's got it on the outside.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Throws toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Makes the grab over the middle. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Floats it out in space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Jackson will throw. Right on the money. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. From the gun on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Coffee. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line second and 7. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for room. It's Riley. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to run for it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the tight end. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. 1st guy couldn't get him. 2nd guy finally did. Auburn going to work with another 1st down. Here we go. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rolling right and going deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. He now has 80 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on.
Yeah, and the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This senior has seen it all behind center over his career, but not much going so far. Big plays in the passing game. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Jackson gonna throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. So here comes the Auburn offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Got it in the middle. It's Riley. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field and cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
There he goes. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And this less than stellar performance is something you just can't afford when you have a veteran signal caller. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his buddies on defense have won this battle, keeping this quarterback in check, David.
They have. They've definitely won the battle, and you wanted to see more in this matchup. And I tell you what, this QB, we know he's got ability. And listen, I know that's a great corner out wide, but I wish he'd have made a little bit more of the simple plays and moved this offense a little bit. Been a bad day, man.
Guys, when you think about Arkansas, unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to...
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and take it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. All wideouts, no backs. Jackson will throw. It's complete.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Got a man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On target to the left. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. The offense will use a timeout clock and stop with 22 seconds left. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking for the end zone. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Got some room to run. And he's going to go down as time has run out. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.